Well, a new chapter in Ateneo LaSalle's storied rivalry is all set for this weekend in UAAP men's basketball. The Blue Eagles and the Green Archers will face off for the first time in season 88. That will be at 5 in the afternoon on Sunday, as you can see on your screens, October 5th, and it will be at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Ateneo will stake its perfect 3-0 start this season when they take on a LaSalle team that's coming off a hard-fought win over FEU. Blue Eagles head coach Tab Baldwin says they know what the Archers can bring to the floor, and it's just a matter of them knowing what to do to counter those. Both teams have played each other, though, in the preseason, so it won't be an unfamiliar matchup despite the new faces on each squad. Here's Coach Tab emphasizing the need for togetherness if Ateneo wants to keep its record unblemished.
We've got to get to work, and we've got to figure out how to handle this team. This was one of the few teams that we got some preseason experience against, and they beat us a couple of times. We know the strengths that they have, but our players really have to take time to understand those strengths, and we've got to get some quality practices in. Working against what we know LaSalle is going to bring. Tempo, toughness, rebounding, and across the board scoring ability. And so it's going to take a team effort. We know that, but we have some time to prepare, and we'll make the most of it.
Sunday's game will be the first time Mason Amos will face his former team Ateneo since he switched over to LaSalle. Now clad in green and white, Amos says he's treating the rivalry game like a regular elimination round matchup, but the former Gilas big understands that there's a bigger goal. Amos says he will bring his A-game, rival or not. Amos is coming off a breakout performance against the FEU Tamaraos, where he tallied 14 points and 4 assists. As for Deputy Coach Caloy Garcia, facing Ateneo will always be about pride. So he expects the Archers to come out with that mindset.
Of course, it's a rivalry. Again, it's another game. So I mean, it's eliminations. It's not the playoffs. We're not finished yet. So whoever's in the way, we're gonna have to take care of business and play as hard as we can.
When you play Ateneo, everything's back to zero. That you can't look at the standings. It's always about pride. So hopefully the players will come out, and play with pride on Sunday.
7 more games are on tap in UAAP basketball this weekend.
Let's take a look at the schedule right now on your screens. Here it is. Action will begin at 11:30 in the morning tomorrow with the USC Growling Tigresses facing the UE Lady Warriors. Then at 1:30 p.m., the respective men's teams will go head-to-head with both squads looking to bounce back from their respective losses. Men's play will continue at 4:30 in the afternoon with the defending champions, the UP Fighting Maroons, taking on the still undefeated NU Bulldogs. That will be a great match. Their women's teams will close out the game day on Saturday at 7 p.m. as the Maroons stake their unblemished record when they take on the defending champs, the Lady Bulldogs. All 4 Saturday games will take place at the USC Quadricentennial Pavilion.
Besides Ateneo and LaSalle, FEU and Adamson will also clash on Sunday. The Lady Tamaraos and Lady Falcons will start things off at 11:30 a.m. Then their men's teams will get their turn at 2 p.m. The women's game between the Ateneo Blue Eagles and the De La Salle Lady Archers will meet at 7 p.m. to close out the weekend. Sunday games will be at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay, but of course, you can catch all the games live on One Sports, the UAAP Varsity Channel, and the Pilipinas Live app.